Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Mitch from Mitch Reviews Everything, and today I'll be reviewing the Dynamite Shaolin Heroes from 1977, directed by Lee Hyeok-Su, and the assistant director was Godfrey Ho. This film was released by Aso Asia Films, and it gets billed out of South Korea where it was filmed. It stars my boy Lieh and Kim Young-in. Going back to the director of this film, the version I watched was an English dub, and they list the director as a Walter Lee. Now, I can only assume that that's supposed to be Hyeok-Su, but substituted with an English name, but I am making that as a complete assumption just based on that's how they sometimes did things in these old kung fu films. And I'm also under the assumption, I'm not 100% sure on this, I'm not sure if Godfrey Ho, he took this film and basically did an edit job or did the English dub on this and re-released it. I'm not sure. If somebody else can let me know, I've searched all over the internet. I unfortunately cannot find any information on that. So I'm not sure if the assistant director, Godfrey Ho, had any actual directing or he just did the re-edit of this film. The plot on this one is it's actually a historical piece taking place 10 years after the Qing dynasty takeover. And there's a group of Ming loyalists from the last dynasty who are attempting to overthrow them. And they're trying to put their old prince, or a prince of theirs, Kim Young-in, back into power. And they're putting together a list of loyalists who are going after the Qing. And the Qing are not very happy about it. And they've put together their own squad of people. They're listed in the credits to this film as the Rascals. And the head of the Rascals being played by Lee Kang-Jo. And they're going to try to attempt to get that list. Meanwhile, while that's happening, the prince, Kim, has a upcoming marriage that's scheduled to happen. He's marrying one of the leaders of the Ming loyalist. And it turns into a bit of a love triangle when Lieh shows up, and he's listed as the killer in the credits of this film. And he shows up, and of course, he does not take kindly to the prince coming in and attempting to take his lady love or his love interest away from him. Meanwhile, while the Qing rascals attempt to get that list of Ming loyalists, we have another factor aside from a love story. There's the highlight of this film. Probably one of the greatest characters in any kung fu movie I have ever seen. And that is the Lotus Man. That's right, this superhero-esque kung fu fighter who is apparently loyal to the Mings, and he flies around this movie endlessly on wires, beating up everybody in sight. This guy is just awesome. I mean, if you want to talk about something that truly sticks out and what will be absolutely memorable about this film, it is the Lotus Man. In every way, this guy is a 1970s kung fu superhero. I mean, just the classic look of this guy, the all-white uniform, the hat just covering the entire face, hiding his face. No one knows who he is. There's just this huge mystery on who he could be. The Lotus Man is just amazing. The kung fu in this movie is pretty good too. The Lotus Man flying around on wires really helped me. I loved it. Just the fact that he seems like such a superhero. I don't know if it's just me, but it just seemed to increase the choreography in this film and just make the whole thing even more awesome than it already was. This one's pretty awesome. I mean, I would rate this one, you always have the top ones out there. You got, 36 chamber and all that, but it's not going to be that good. That's like the peak of it all, but this one's pretty awesome. This one is definitely a very good one that director Godfrey Ho is connected with, even if he just did the English dub. I'm not 100% sure. A lot of the reasons I do these reviews is so other people can let me know if they have any information. So if you know anything about this film that I mess up, or maybe I didn't bring up, if you could just put it in the comments below, I'd love to hear from you. But anyway, this movie is pretty awesome. Just the Lotus Man running around, beating up people. It's incredible. I absolutely loved it. This one definitely deserves a rewatch for sure. Now, this movie, if you want to get your hands on it, was released on DVD. It was actually released by itself, and it was also released in a box set, a 12-movie box set called Kickin' It Shaolin Style, and you can actually find that whole thing for around, I don't know, anywhere from $5 to $15 online, and it is an awesome box set. I actually picked it up at a used DVD store years ago and finally got around to watching watching this. Definitely should have watched it years ago, but lots and lots of kung fu out there. So if you want to buy it, it is out there and for dirt cheap. So that's all I got for you today. I'm Mitch from Mitch Reviews Everything. I will see you again.